I started the Wild movement in 2017. It came about as a really sort of quite an organic process of a continuation of what I had been doing. So I grew up on a fair bit of land with a mother that really valued holistic health. We had a veggie garden. I played outside a lot. I played sports. We had animals, and I felt like I was quite connected to nature. And yet, as I grew older, I also fell in love with strength training. But I saw this disconnect with going to a gym and true health from how I understood it growing up with this sort of holistic influence. So after many years of working as a personal trainer, as working as a strength and conditioning coach, as a health coach, I had this need to create a community of my own, a community that I could influence in a really positive way without other influences of being in another gym and these other things that were perhaps getting in the way. So the Wild movement was born, and the way I came up with the Wild movement, I was with a partner at the time, and we were both into health. And we started thinking about, what do people do? What do people think about when they think, I want to get healthy? And the starting place for a lot of us is, I need to get to a gym. I need to do some physical movement. This is the first step a lot of the time. So we were drawing up on a whiteboard, and it was like a dot there for movement. And then from there we thought, okay, what do people go to next? Like what do people think about once they start getting movement in their life? Often it's eating. What am I eating to support my training? We did another dot. And then it was like, okay, after that, what do people think about? Okay, it's lifestyle. We put a lifestyle. And we started coming up with all of these dot points. And we saw how one flowed into another aspect before there was a real sense of holistic health. And this flow ended up looking like a spiral. And this spiral, I recognized a pattern that's called a koru. A koru is a Māori symbol, and I recognize this because both of my parents are from New Zealand, and both of my partner's parents at the time were from New Zealand as well. And I looked up what a koru means. And it means perpetual movement, community, and growth. And these principles really, really resonated with me with a message that I wanted to put out there. So the spiral of holistic health, from moving in from one aspect into another, became the koru, which is the logo of the Wild movement. And the main philosophy of the Wild movement itself really came from my own experiences as a child, as a teenager growing up, of feeling like if we want to be our fullest expression of health, getting back to nature, stripping back the layers of technology, of time even, can be a really, really valuable asset. If we think about many of our lifestyle diseases today, many of these weren't prevalent 100 years ago, 200 years ago. 200 years ago, real food was just the norm. There was no need to segregate food into conventional versus organic. There was less processed food. There was less convenience to press a button and for food to be at our doorstep. We knew what our purpose was. We knew where we fit into the world. We had stronger social connections and bonds because we couldn't hide behind our online devices. We moved a lot more. Our jobs required it. We needed to be physically strong. And we've lost so much of that. So a big philosophy of the wild movement is stripping back the layers and thinking about how we were living 100, 200 years ago, and trying to take the good parts of that into today, with today's technology, with the good things that today brings. So that's the wild component, getting back to the wild. The movement component is we all go in this direction together. So if you're in here with us, it means that you want to be better. You want to find a place, a belonging that you can feel yourself in. You don't need to put up a wall. You don't need to be someone else. You can be you. You belong here. All we have in common is this movement towards being a little bit better each day. And that comes through in how we put our time, how we train, how we turn up each day for ourselves, for each other. And I want you to be part of that. So thank you for being here. I'm really passionate about this message. As I make this video, this message has been strong for 7 years, and it's going to be getting stronger each year. I get more and more passionate about it because as a society, we move further and further away, yet we get sicker and sicker. So let's strip back the layers. Let's connect back with nature. Nature knows best. And let's find our own way on this journey. Please reach out for any help at all. We love to help you. We love to help people like you that ask questions and want to be better. We'll see you soon.